Hello, friends. In this week's Brain Food, I wanted to talk about something that's near and dear to my heart, and that's taking care of other people. And the basic idea is when somebody that you care about needs help, just act, just do something. And I'll give you some more to think about right after this. Over the past few months, there have been plenty of situations where friends close to me have been going through some major stuff, whether it's family issues, health issues, depression because of the pandemic and being locked in, all kinds of different things. And what's interesting to me is many of us have become a little laser focused on this day-to-day thing that we do, whether you're kind of stuck in your house or still going out and doing things at offices. It's just been a different 9 months, and it's definitely had an effect on people, how they think about things and how they treat others. I think that's what I believe. I think we're all ready to get back to a little bit more normal and out in the community, and it's starting to happen, thank goodness, over just the past few weeks. So one of the things that's important to me is showing up for the people that can't take care of themselves, that can't protect themselves. And that comes from a deep-seated thing in my background that many of you may or may not know. Looking at me, I was a heavyset kid. Surprise, surprise. I actually shopped in the Husky section at JCPenney with Mom when I was going to grade school. And one of the things that happened to me very early on is people were making fun of me because of my weight. Of course, kids are going to make fun of kids for anything they can possibly think of. But it was definitely hurtful, and I remember that time, and I remember those first few years, grade school, and had lots of good moments for sure, lots of good friends too. But there were also a lot of hurtful moments that would change the course of my life and how I take care of other people and how I treat other people. And what I remember is I wasn't really able to protect myself. Unfortunately, kids just don't have the emotional strength or the life experience to know when someone else is saying something about them that they shouldn't care what that person is saying. And so it was a rough time. And so because of that, what happened next was my 7th grade year, I started running, and the coaches at I think it was 8th grade actually, wanted me to play football. So I lost 50 pounds one summer running morning, noon, and night and drinking Diet Coke. And I went out for the football team, played football really well, and it just changed the course of my future. At that point, I was in a lot better shape and kept that shape until well after college, but that's another story for another time. But anyway, I was able to change my situation where people weren't giving me crap for being heavy set anymore. And so because of all that, I have this soft spot in my heart for people that are hurting and don't know how to deal with that or don't know how to take care of themselves. And as you know, anybody pretty much I come into contact with, including strangers, if I see a situation where I can help, I'm really going to try to be listening. I'm really going to try to be paying attention so that I can help. Whether it's working with a not-for-profit, seeing a homeless guy and giving him a care package that I keep in our car, just all kinds of things, of ways to show up. You see a friend that's having a tough day and you send them a card or whatever it is that you do to make a difference. And so what I've seen a lot of people doing lately, especially in situations where I've been able to witness one friend going through something in a room full of lots of friends. And that's happened multiple times over the past few months. And it's just been an interesting thing to notice. Pretty much everybody says, "I'm really sorry you're going through that. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help." And that's a great sentiment. And it was meant. The people saying that absolutely mean that. And if they actually knew what they could do to help, they would do it. If the person that was in pain asked for something, of course they would show up. But what I've been trying to do, and I'm not always successful at that, instead of saying that to someone, I am trying to say, "I am really sorry that that's happened to you." And then in the back of my mind, I'm like, okay, this person's hurting. What can I do to help? Instead of asking them what I can do to help, I just think of something and try to do it. Sometimes that's buying a book on Amazon and sending it to them, and it's a book that speaks to the thing they're fighting. Sometimes that is a gift card that I send them through electronic, through Amazon or something like that. Sometimes it's a care package. I had a dear friend that shared with me that they were going through divorce, and this friend's in another state, and so it wasn't easy for me to take them a meal or do anything like that. So I went on Amazon and bought a bunch of things, calendars, pens, some things that were serious about the sad situation, and some things that were kind of funny, poking fun at the situation. And it was just this care package of stuff. And this person, isn't somebody I've been with for many, many, many years, like a family member or something like that, but there's somebody I care about. And I just sent that package, and I can't tell you how much a response that I got from that. And I could tell that it had impacted their life. And I'm not doing it for the dopamine hit that happens. Sure, it feels great when you do something for somebody. Oh my gosh, it for sure feels great when you are consistently helping people out. I do a fairly good job of that, so I get that rush a lot. And people could fall into the, well, he's just doing that so he gets the thanks from people. I'm not doing it for that reason. I have other reasons that I'm doing that, and some of that goes back to what I was talking about from my childhood. But what's interesting is when you do that little thing, instead of saying, what can I do to help? Let me know, and let me know if there's anything I can do to help. If you just do something, it can be life-changing for that person. It can further that relationship. It can deepen that relationship. Go over to their house and snowblow their driveway for them. Whatever it is you got to do, buy them a couple pens and a notepad to journal in so that they can try to process through whatever they're struggling with. Maybe a bottle of liquor, but you also don't want to cause another problem with addiction or anything like that. So you got to be kind of careful with some of these gifts, but just do something. Next time you feel yourself saying, hey, if there's anything I can do to help, let me know. Hear my voice and say, I'm just going to do something for that person and see what happens. Just watch what happens. So to wrap this up, I'm just trying to, with this brain food this week, I just really wanted to put that out there of when somebody you love and care about needs some help, whether it's in the business world or your personal life, maybe don't say, let me know if there's anything I can do to help you, which kind of puts the burden on their court and they're already burdened. Maybe just do something this time. And let me know if you switch that up. I would love to hear a story where you did that, something differently, especially the cool idea of a gift or something that you did just to try and brighten their day. I'm always looking for good tchotchke ideas. That's another video I should do in the future about branding and tchotchkes. Anyway, I hope this was helpful this week for this week's Brain Food. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like this video if you got something out of it. Have a great week. I'll talk to you soon.